Good evening and welcome to MTV's news update for today, March 1, 2022. I'm Sandy Ramotar. First, our top headlines. Government supports UN resolution to Russian-Ukraine crisis. ExxonMobil says it is prepared to respond to potential oil spill. MNCC to challenge local government act in court. And in sport, Lady Jags have high chance of reaching CONCACAF Championships knockout stage. Now for the news in details. The government of Guyana says it fully supports the United Nations resolution to the Russian and Ukraine conflict that has been ongoing for 6 days. Luan Williams reports.
On January 24, 2022, Russia launched a large-scale invasion of Ukraine, one of its neighbors to the southwest. Permanent representative of Guyana to the United Nations, Caroline Rodrigues-Burkett, told the 11th Emergency Special Session of the United Nations General Assembly that commenced on Monday and Tuesday that Guyana fully supports the UN's resolution to the Russian-Ukraine conflict. She joined the more than 100 member states in New York in condemning the crisis in Ukraine. The global body will decide if it will support a resolution that demands Russia immediately withdraws its troops from Ukraine. A vote is expected on Wednesday and it must reach a 2/3 threshold to pass. The resolution is non-binding, but it will serve as a marker of how isolated Russia is.
The government of Guyana is gravely concerned over the recent military intervention by Russia in violation of the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine, and calls for an immediate cessation of hostilities and a return to diplomacy.
Burkett said Ghana disapproves of the threat or use of force in the conduct of international relations. She urged for a peaceful resolution, one that is with the rule of international law and the provisions of the United Nations Charter. According to her, the current military action in Ukraine is contrary to the principles of respect for territorial integrity, sovereignty, and the non-interference in the internal affairs of another sovereign state. Guyana's permanent representative told the National Assembly that the aggression against Ukraine is a threat to the region and countries everywhere.
The government of Guyana therefore supports the efforts of the United Nations Secretary General to bring a speedy resolution to the situation in Ukraine and cease the threat to international peace and security.
It has been 6 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, and more than 350 civilians, including 14 children, have been killed in the conflict. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
ExxonMobil Guyana recently conducted a field test of its spill response equipment, processes, and team readiness to respond to an oil spill if one occurs. The company's country president, Alistair Routledge, also said the company has the finances and is committed to pay all associated costs in the event of a spill. Here is more.
Oil production is rapidly increasing offshore Guyana, raising concerns about the impact of a possible oil spill and operators' ability to respond to such a tragic occurrence. In response, President of ExxonMobil Guyana, Alistair Routledge, noted that the company has the financial capacity to meet its responsibilities in the event of an oil spill. Further, he said ExxonMobil is committed to paying all legitimate costs.
Commentary on full coverage insurance and guarantees inaccurately suggest that ExxonMobil Guyana will not be able to effectively manage response activities. Insurance is just one source of financial assurance that could be leveraged for response activities. The value of insurance will not limit the company's ability to respond to an event, and response activities would certainly not be delayed by discussions with insurers.
The company recently conducted a test of its spill equipment and team to ensure readiness to respond in the event of an offshore oil spill, utilizing available resources in Guyana. The equipment was deployed at a location near the Seaboy anchorage of the Demerara River, utilizing 2 open stern tugs. The exercise confirmed the state of readiness to transfer emergency kits onto a vessel, safely deploy a containment boom and skimmer packages, utilize support vessels to deploy equipment in open water, and familiarize vessel crew with boom operations in open water. Routledge noted that the company adheres to internationally accepted tiered response system.
The system remains aligned with the principles of the International Convention on Oil Pollution Preparedness, Response and Cooperation, the Caribbean Island Oil Pollution Preparedness, Response and Cooperation, and the National Oil Spill Response Plan of Guyana to provide an efficient framework to build preparedness and response capabilities matching the oil spill risks for all types of operations.
A primary form of financial assurance, he added, is the assets of SO Exploration and Production Guyana Limited, the operator of the Stabroek Block, which at the end of 2020 valued almost US $5 billion. This is separate from the assets of the other Stabroek Block co-venturers, who also have substantial assets and share any liability for response activities, he noted. In addition, ExxonMobil assured that it's working with the Environmental Protection Agency and co-venturers to put in place a combined US $2 billion to affiliate company guarantees. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
You're watching MTV's News Update. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Bison Windows and Doors is having a big New Year sale. Hurry now and save on aluminum sash windows with insect repellent, going only for $14,900, VAT inclusive. Available in black or white frames, tinted or reflective glass. Also at Bison's, buy 10 windows and get 1 bathroom window absolutely free. Offer available while stocks last. So hurry to Bison Windows and Doors, Lot 1228, Eccles Industrial Site, and save.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for a single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
FiberTech materials are used in a multitude of ways, from repairing and fabrication of auto body, fishing and household items. We have available various fiberglass mattings, resin, mold releases, brushes and rollers for all of your repair needs. We offer technical advice and free training to ensure you get the job done. For further information, call us at 220-6907 or 220-9192.
Region Paint from the US, a brand that's recognized worldwide. Special wholesale prices starting at $3,400 for the emulsion and $3,800 for the oil. 4 gallons bucket for just $12,000. Also, the Royal paints were crafted for people with a budget. Special introductory price on the semi-gloss top coat for just $1,500 per gallon, and the roof and floor paint for just $5,500 for 1.5 gallons. Come and visit our showroom at Lot 140B Quamina Street or call telephone 622-0601 or 504-3908 for more information. Grab onto these special prices with 30 shades and more to choose from while stocks last. Let's paint Guyana, everybody!
This is MTV's News Update. Welcome back. The Caribbean Community CARICOM has commended the Air Finale-led government for its commitment to transforming the regional agri-food systems in the Caribbean.
The Caribbean Community CARICOM today held the opening ceremony of the 33rd Intersessional Meeting of CARICOM Heads of Government, which is being held in Ambergris Cay, Belize. During opening remarks, the new chair of CARICOM and Prime Minister of Belize, John Briceño, commended President Dr. Irfinali for the substantial progress made under his stewardship in relation to transforming the regional agri-food systems. He said the Special Ministerial Task Force on Food Production and Food Security, has made progress in identifying priorities, commodities, levels of investment required, and policy reforms needed against a timeline.
I must commend His Excellency Ofran Ali, the President of Guyana, for his leadership and personal commitment to transforming the regional agri-food system.
He believes CSME is the answer to reducing the region's food import bill and to generate economic growth.
A robust CSME is indispensable to building resilient economies. It is central to economic recovery. Integration binds together our community, and this community is at its core family.
He also charged the leaders to redouble efforts to complete the removal of the remaining barriers to inter-regional trade, empower the private sector, and give full effect to the regime for free movement, including by addressing administrative obstacles. Guyana holds lead responsibility for agriculture, agricultural diversification, and food security in CARICOM, and is spearheading the regional body's quest of reducing its US $5 billion food importation bill. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
The Mayor and City Council has indicated that it will be going to the court to clarify the role and function of the Local Government Commission regarding human resources management at the council. More in this report.
City Mayor Ubrach Narain says the council will be moving to court to clarify the roles and functions of the Local Government Commission regarding human resources management. According to the city mayor, the Local Government Commission has taken over the responsibility of the HR department. At a press conference hosted on Tuesday to update the public on the statutory meeting held on Monday, Mayor Narain cited the Local Government Act Section 18 of 2013 paves way for the hiring and dismissal of city workers.
According to the Act and the Constitution of Guyana, our country, where it's stated that there should be an establishment of a local government commission, and the Constitution stated what really this commission ought to do or must do. It is something different with the Act. The Act gives more power to the commissioner. So we are going to challenge those aspects.
Chief Counsel Oscar Clark also highlighted that this intervention has been posing challenges.
So it doesn't come to us for us to look to see which officers going off when in next year, before it goes to them. And then they take, the problem we had with them before, even when they were doing it the right way, the problem we had with them is that they took a long time to determine whether these people should go on leave. So the time came for the people to go on leave, and they didn't make any final decision on it.
Furthermore, on the topic of leave for employee, the Chief Counsel explained that the Council would recommend persons to fill these positions when a person is expected to go off. However, the Commission does not act on these recommendations. The City Mayor has once again reiterated that he is willing to work with the Local Government Commission, while pointing out that he is hopeful the court will give a fair judgment on this matter.
The government says it is firmly and unwaveringly committed to delivering the Amila Falls hydropower project into reality so that the citizens can benefit tremendously, and has condemned the misinformation that is peddling in the country.
Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, says the government is disappointed with the misinformation peddling on major developmental projects, such as the Amila Falls hydropower project. Dr. Singh reminded that the project was subjected to extremely detailed studies and analysis by international technical experts and bilateral partners such as Norway. According to the Ministry of Finance, a similar campaign was carried out prior to 2015 that resulted in major projects being stymied. A statement from the ministry said it has noted that since the energy conference held recently, there has been a series of articles on the Amaila Falls hydropower project that are either fabrications, erroneous, or lacking in balance and objectivity. The senior minister of finance said opposition in pre-2015 had used their one-seat majority in the National Assembly to derail this project.
Let me be crystal clear that the resumption of this campaign of misinformation has one objective in mind, the same objective that the same objective of the same misinformation campaign during the pre-2015 period, and that is to frustrate development, to deny the people of Guyana the benefits of development as long as a People's Progressive Party civic government is in office.
However, the senior minister of finance said the government is firmly and unwaveringly committed to ensuring that this project is completed so it can in turn benefit citizens. The Amaila Falls hydropower project is expected to cut down the cost of electricity significantly for citizens.
Not only lower electricity bills for people at home, but lower electricity bills for investors who are dependent on electricity for their economic activity, things like manufacturing enterprises, which will in turn generate jobs, create jobs for Guyanese people, generate incomes for Guyanese people. Those are the benefits that will flow from a project such as Amaila.
The ministry is urging all media outlets to be responsible when reporting on matters of national interest, such as the Amaila project. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
More news coming up after the break.
How fast is fiber? Think fast. GTT Fiber has 3 packages with download speeds of 50, 100, and 150 megabits per second. That's fast enough to stream movies and music, to chat with Gran and Fran, to study, and more. What would you do? Upgrade to GTT Fiber today and don't get left behind tomorrow.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the 2 most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
Are you building or renovating your home? Then come to Beeson for a wide range of aluminum and UPVC windows and doors. Get from single hung sash, awning, casement, sliding windows, plus sliding and swinging doors. All our products can be customized and fitted with insect screens and are sealed tight to withstand harsh weather conditions. At Beeson's, we also carry commercial, glass and French doors, showcases, aluminum louvers, curtain walls, aluminum rails, plus sliding and frameless shower doors. So look no further. Visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site or call 622-4197 or 623-4197. Beeson Windows and Doors, built with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
You're tuned to MTV's News Update. Leader of the PNCR, Auburn Norton, has confirmed former Education Minister Nicolette Henry parliamentary resignation, while highlighting that he's confident the party wants him to represent them in the National Assembly.
PNCR leader Aubrey Norton has confirmed that opposition Member of Parliament Nicolette Henry has indeed resigned from the National Assembly. This was revealed today at the People National Congress Reforms Weekly's press conference. Ms. Henry's resignation is expected to pave the way for Mr. Norton as the leader of the PNCR to be sworn in as a Member of Parliament. When questions were raised on whether that submission has been made by former President David Granger to add him to the list of MPs, the PNCR leader made it clear that determination is made by the party.
I don't know that he did, and I think that we'll have to await the resignation. Remember, the resignation is to the 31st of March. So there is not a vacant seat until the 31st of March. So I don't foresee him right in before the 31st of March.
Mr. Norton confirmed too that the PNCR has submitted a recommendation for him to be included to the list of MPs, while pointing out that he is confident that the party wants him to be a part of their representation in the National Assembly. In early February, Shadow Education Minister Nicolette Henry, during the debate of Budget 2022, announced her resignation from the National Assembly. However, Speaker of the National Assembly Mansour Nadir had indicated at that time that he had not yet received any formal resignation letter. Rihanna Griffith for MTV's News Update.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony says a total of 432,381, or 84.3% of adults, have taken the first shot of a COVID-19 vaccine, while 328,273, or 64%, are fully immunized. More in this report.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony during Tuesday's COVID-19 update provided a regional breakdown showcasing how many persons took their first jab.
Region 1, we have administered 17,024 doses. Region 2, 21,656 doses. Region 3, 60,280 doses. Region 4, 201,873 doses. Region 5, 29,017 doses.
Meanwhile, in Regions 6 and 7, 83.4% and 86.5% of the population have received their first jab respectively, while in Region 8, 54.6% have stepped forward for their first dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. In Regions 9 and 10, 78.1% of the population and 42.5% have also stepped forward for this first jab of a COVID-19 vaccine. He highlighted that while on an average 1,500 persons get vaccinated on a daily basis, vaccine hesitancy still remains a challenge, while pointing out that there has been a slight uptake in booster dose. A total of 50,639 booster shots have been administered thus far. The health minister had said that almost 85% of Guyana's population needs to be vaccinated in order to achieve herd immunity. Meanwhile, there are currently 489 active cases, with 25 recorded over the last 24 hours. There are currently 9 patients in the intensive care unit. Rihanna Griffith for MTV's News Update.
Here is tonight's court roundup.
Former prison warder Sheldon Prince, who stabbed his wife to death on December 28, 2016 at the National Psychiatric Hospital, was today handed a life sentence for the crime. The sentence was handed down by Berbice High Court Judge Sandil Kasoon and ordered that he only becomes eligible for parole after serving 30 years. Earlier this month, Prince, 35, formerly of Stanleytown, New Amsterdam, Berbice, pleaded guilty to the heinous crime, admitting that on the day in question, he murdered his wife, Lynette Nicholson Prince, 22. Nicholson Prince, who was a hairdresser at the psychiatric hospital, had just arrived at her work when Prince, a prison officer at the Mazaruni prison, attacked her with a knife. The woman died as a result of shock and hemorrhage due to several stab wounds. Prince and his now dead wife have a 9-year-old daughter together. Prince was represented by senior counsel Merceline Bacchus, while state counsel Abigail Gibbs appeared for the prosecution. A tearful Prince begged the court for mercy, noting that his relationship with his wife was once filled with love. He said, too, that his wife lived a promiscuous lifestyle and was unfaithful to him while he was away at work. Moreover, he added that killing his wife was not a deliberate act, but rather one that was provoked by her constant infidelity. To this end, Justice Kasoon said the woman's killing was cold-blooded and premeditated, while noting that she was stabbed some 15 times. Recognizing the increase in murders stemming from intimate partner violence, the judge noted that the court needs to send a strong message to like-minded persons that such behaviors will not be tolerated. Magistrate Peter Yuk today committed Vinod Gopal, called Maga, and Anil Sanchara, called Dan Pol and Rasta, to stand trial in the High Court for the brutal killing of Isaiah and Joel Henry, which occurred in September 2020. The duo appeared earlier today in the Blairmont Magistrates Court, where Magistrate Yug ruled that a sufficient case was made out against the murder accused. As such, they were committed to stand trial at the next convenient sitting at the Berbice Assizes. Gopal and Sanchara were jointly charged and remanded to prison on January 15, 2021, for the murders of teen cousins Isaiah and Joel Henry in the Cotton Tree Back Dam, West Coast Berbice. They were murdered between September 5th and 6, 2020. A postmortem found that the two teenage cousins had died of hemorrhage and shock due to multiple incised wounds. For MTV's Court Roundup, Jessica Calner.
We now take a look at tips for healthy living, brought to you with the kind compliments of Natura's high and low milk powder, distributed by Dabby's Variety.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra good nuts of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
Top 10 medical causes of death in Guyana. Number 10. Cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is a condition in which your liver is scarred and permanently damaged. Scar tissue replaces healthy liver tissue and prevents your liver from working normally. As cirrhosis gets worse, your liver begins to fail. What causes cirrhosis? Drinking too much alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption is a risk factor for cirrhosis. Being overweight. Being obese increases your risk of conditions that may lead to cirrhosis, such as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. Having viral hepatitis. Not everyone with chronic hepatitis will develop cirrhosis, but it's one of the world's leading causes of liver disease. What are the symptoms of cirrhosis? Cirrhosis often has no signs or symptoms until liver damage is extensive. When signs and symptoms do occur, they may include fatigue, easy bleeding or bruising, loss of appetite, nausea, swelling in your legs, feet or ankles, weight loss, itchy skin, yellow discoloration in the skin or eyes, also known as jaundice, confusion, drowsiness, and slurred speech. Doctors don't have specific treatments that can cure cirrhosis. However, they can treat many of the diseases that cause cirrhosis. Treating the underlying causes of cirrhosis may keep your cirrhosis from getting worse and may help prevent liver failure. If you have cirrhosis, you should eat a healthy, well-balanced diet. Talk with your doctor, a dietitian, or nutritionist about healthy eating. Avoid foods and drinks that can cause damage to your liver, such as shellfish and alcohol. In other words, please cut back on the rum. Thank you.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra good nuts of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
The ISG and MTV's Sport Update comes up after the break with Jessica Calendar. Stay tuned.
You can be a millionaire! millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket a day could make you rich today.
Are you running around looking for construction materials? Well, run down to Lens for affordable, high-quality building supplies. We have the widest range of grade A floor and wall tiles in any shape, size, and designs. And all types of ceramics, porcelain glazed, and full-body porcelain. We stock the largest collection of large format tiles. Check out our porcelain slabs as big as 10 feet by 4.5 feet. Add a bit of elegance with our large range of decorative molding. Our line of PPG paints will give you vibrant colors that won't fade. With our wall and ceiling gypsum system, it's light, durable, and fast. So come down to Lens at 136 Cherry Street, which is next to Buddy's and Pizza Hut, for that 31 years of Lens quality.
Over the years, ISG has been providing all sectors across Guyana with quality products and outstanding customer service. Proud distributor of NP and Ultra lubricants, engineered for tropical conditions. International trucks and parts, leading the change. SEM Machinery, a Caterpillar brand. SKF bearings and mounted products. Napa batteries. Tide power generators. Discover the greatest source of power. Industrial Supply of Guyana Inc. The best opportunity to make the right choice.
While batting in the team has been a concern, head coach Courtney Walsh has been impressed with the batters in Tuesday's match against India.
West Indies women lost their second warm-up match by 81 runs to India at Rangiora Oval ahead of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. CWI said India got a solid start batting first, while Smriti Mandhana top scored with 66 off 67 deliveries, while Sharma added 51 to her name. Opener Mandhana had suffered a delayed concussion when she suffered a blow to her left ear and lower temple during the team's first warm-up fixture against South Africa on Sunday. However, her condition stabilized and she returned in time for this match, where India posted 258 all out in their 50 overs. West Indies women's head coach Courtney Walsh noted that these warm-up matches are very beneficial to the team in identifying weaknesses ahead of the opener against New Zealand.
I think it's good practice that we can see and we can identify that pretty early. As I said, we have a few batters who've got in both games, but nobody have carried on, or we haven't got that decent partnership. We had one in this game and one in the previous game. In a 50-over game, you need 2 or 3 good partnerships, especially if you're losing wickets. So it's a case of putting that together. But there's no need to panic, people getting runs. So hopefully in the big game we can get all those partnership and runs together.
Guyanese Hayley Matthews was among best bowlers for the West Indies with 2 for 24. West Indies women lost constant wickets, but Guyanese Shemaine Campbell and Hayley Matthews provided a 69-run resistance to the Indian bowling attack. Campbell top scored with 63 off 81 deliveries, while Matthews added 44 from 61. Walsh said that while batting is a concern, there have been some good performances.
Good to see a couple of the batters getting some runs. Campbell getting 60, Hayley getting 40. It would have been nice if one of them had carried on and get a bigger score, but I'll take that away from it. I think in the field we weren't too bad, but there's still a little bit of work to be done. But from a batting perspective, that's the main concern. We have to probably have a serious look at what we do coming into the first game. But it was good to get these 2 practice games out of the way so we can have a look and a rethink at how we progress from here.
West Indies women will play their first match of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2022 against home team New Zealand in the opening match of the tournament on Friday, March 4th.
In light of concerns about Ukrainian athletes following Russia's invasion of the country, athletes are anticipated to land in Beijing in time to participate in the Paralympics.
International Paralympic Committee IPC President Andrew Parsons last week said that the Ukrainian delegation faced a huge challenge to get to the Chinese capital before the start of the Games, which runs from March 4th to 13th. This is according to Reuters. However, the IPC confirmed on Tuesday that Ukrainian athletes are now expected to reach Beijing in time for the Winter Paralympics. This put to rest concerns about their participation after Russia launched an invasion on Ukraine. The IPC spokesperson told Reuters that a full contingent of 20 athletes and 9 guides would be traveling to Beijing, but declined to share their whereabouts due to safety concerns. The athletes may arrive as early as Wednesday. Many international sports federations, including World Soccer governing body FIFA, have banned teams and athletes from Russia and Belarus. This follows a recommendation made by the executive board of the International Olympic Committee on Monday. Belarus has been a key staging area for the invasion. The IPC will decide the fate of athletes from the 2 countries in a board meeting in Beijing on Wednesday. Ukraine won 22 medals at the Pyeongchang Games 4 years ago, with all their 7 gold medals coming in cross-country skiing and the biathlon.
Batter Steve Smith says Australia's players feel incredibly safe on their first tour of Pakistan in nearly 25 years, despite spinner Ashton Agar receiving a death threat. According to BBC Sport, the first test begins on Friday, and Cricket Australia said the threat against Agar received on social media was not considered a risk. Australia, England and New Zealand have not toured Pakistan since an attack on the Sri Lankan team bus in Lahore in 2009 that killed 6 policemen and 2 civilians. International sides have recently started touring Pakistan again, but in September, New Zealand abandoned the tour minutes before the opening game following a government security alert. The Ghana national U20 women's football team are set to face Panama to close off the group stage in the CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship.
Group F of the 2022 CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship in the Dominican Republic will conclude for the Under-20 Lady Jags on Wednesday afternoon, March 2nd, when they face off against Panama. Panama, who are former semi-finalists, are currently ranked last in the group, while Guyana is in second place. Mexico is currently leading the group. This is according to head coach of the national Under-20 women's team, Paul Diabru.
To date, our team has been able to demonstrate perseverance. We have come together for the first time with little time and come out with a victory. It's always hard to play Mexico. It's a challenge. They're the best team in the Under-20 group. We're not at the level yet to compete against them. We can only learn from playing teams like this. Going forward, we look to change our formation and style of play as we had 3 attacking players. We feel confident that we can continue advancing in the tournament.
With the top 3 teams from each group progressing to the round of 16, Guyana is guaranteed a spot in the knockout stages with at least a draw against Panama. If Mexico wins or draws with Honduras in the last game of the group, the Under-20 Lady Jags will progress regardless of their result against Panama.
That brings us to the end of Sport Update, which was brought to you with the kind compliments of ISG. More after the break.
Get the right seal right now from Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., your immediate SKF sealing solutions. The SKF Seal Jet Machine is capable of building seals from 5mm to 600mm in diameter in under 5 minutes. With technical support readily available, you can get a customized seal to suit virtually any industrial application, like buffer, rod, wiper, and piston seals. SKF Seal Jet Machine, now at Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc.
And that brings down the curtain on tonight's newscast. But before we go, here's a reminder of our top stories. The government supports a UN resolution to Russia-Ukraine crisis. ExxonMobil says it is prepared to respond to potential oil spill. MNCC to challenge the local government act in court. And in sport, Lady Jags have high chance of reaching CONCACAF Championships knockout stage. Catch our rebroadcast tomorrow at 6:30. Don't forget to like our Facebook page where the news can be viewed live at 19:30. On behalf of our news and technical teams, Sandy Ramotar saying stay safe and goodbye for now.